I'm Kyra. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making some Cajun chicken and sausage casserole. So starting off, I'm just going to wash my hands. Alright, so I've already collected all of my ingredients. We're going to spray it in the kitchen, give it a quick wipe. Alright, then we're going to go behind this paper towel and dry it. Perfect. And wash our hands again. Alright, we'll use paper towel to turn off the tap so we don't get any germs, as well as open the garbage. So I'm going to preheat my oven just because it takes a little while we're doing this. So it says to preheat it to 375. Alright, now we've got that heated. So we want to spray our pan and set it aside. This is a 9 by 11 casserole pan. And I've got some pan here. So not a lot, just enough to cover all the area. We're gonna set this aside now. Okay, now what we want to do is I've already bought some of these ingredients pre-cut, but we're going to have to dice them, as well as the celery is going to have to be chopped. So first thing we want to do is get the skillet on the stove and heat it up so that we can get the sausage heated up. So I've got a medium skillet here. Make sure the handle's turned in. I'm gonna put this on medium, which would be about 5 or 6 is about medium heat. Okay, then I'm gonna wanna add some olive oil. I've got olive oil right here, and it's 2 tablespoons. So there's 1, 2. One tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Okay. And we added the olive oil. That's on medium heat with the handle turned in so that it doesn't burn anyone. So I've got these sausage. They're kielbasa. I think I said it right. Sausage. And basically I just slice them really, really thin, and then I cut them into halves. Also, I'm probably gonna wear gloves for this because I still have nails on. All right, so got our gloves. Okay, so there's our sausage. It's already cooked. It just needs to be heated up in the skillet. We're gonna cook it till it's golden brown. And that is 1 1/2 cup of sliced sausage. Then I also have this chicken. It's already cooked. It's one of those roast chickens that you get from Sobeys. So I just pick it apart, and you're gonna wanna take this and slice it a bit thinner. So you're gonna wanna use a different cutting board. And a nice clean knife. And we're just gonna dice it. We want to make sure that our pieces are even, that they're not too big. All right, and as we go, we're going to clean up. So we're going to put this on the side of the sink. Don't put it in the sink because you can't cut yourself. Okay. Now, I'm going to change my gloves. Okay, we've got new gloves. Got our chicken all diced. So it says that we're going to need 1 cup of roast chicken cut into 1-inch pieces. So that's 1 inch. And here's our cup. All right, 1 cup. And we're just going to put this aside for now. All right, now we want to check on our sausage, get rid of our gloves. hands. Put on a new pair of gloves. All right, now we want to cut the garlic, onions, peppers, and celery. And we're gonna add them in and cook for about 5 to 7 minutes until they are tender. You want to make sure that you wash your celery before you do this. And try to make sure, keep your fingers away from the blade. And try to make sure they're pretty even. Okay, now we'll grab a bowl and put this all in here. This one. Also, this board can go in the sink. Okay. Got our celery all chopped up, and that's 2 stalks of celery. For our peppers, we need one, well, it says 1 medium green bell pepper, and then 1 half medium green bell pepper, and then 1 half red, yellow, or orange. So I've got a mix of both, and this is half of a red, half of a yellow, and half of a green. So we're just gonna chop these up. And you want them to be diced fairly even. They're a little slippery, so be careful. As well, make sure you wash your vegetables before you cut them. And these are just going to be diced. Alright, so we've got 1/2 of each, and this should be half the bowl, and it is about half of that bowl. We're just going to remove that from the heat while we get this. So we've got our celery, we've got our peppers. Now we're going to cut our garlic. And we're going to mince it really thin. I always cut the end of my garlic off first. And then Just slice them real thin. And our oven's ready. You want to make sure that you chop this up really small so that you don't get any big pieces of garlic. And then once that's chopped really small, put that in with your vegetables. And then you're going to want to chop half an onion. So I have one here, half a red onion. And again, very careful when you're cutting. Don't cut your fingers. All right, so you don't want this super small, but not big chunks either. All right, so these are all your vegetables. You're gonna add that in now. And this goes in the sink. We're going to take these off, put new ones on. All right, now that we've got that on the go, this is garbage as well. Now, we're going to cook for 5 to 7 minutes until the vegetables are tender. While the vegetables are cooking, we're going to combine the broth as well as the canned tomatoes, the seasoning, the rice, all in this dish. So, we've got tomatoes. I'm going to cover this too. Okay, so we let that cook for 5 to 7 minutes. Now, we're going to want to add our rice, and it's 1.5 cups of rice. So we'll just use the half cup. And we're going to go there's 1/2. There's 1/2. And there's 1/2. All right. So 1.5 cups of rice, and that'll start to soak up the water. And we also want to open up our canned tomatoes. I'm not great with this can opener. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Very careful with the top of this. All right, and we want the pepper. We want 1/2 cup. So that's it right there. 1/2 cup. Oh, let's drain some of this. There we go. Okay, so 1/2 cup. We're just going to pour that over top of it. And then it says that we need 1/4 cup of corn. So again, we're going to try and open this. There we go. Okay, 1/4 cup of corn. Okay. The Cajun seasoning, which is right here, and it says 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. There it is. There we go. 1 tablespoon. Put the rest in there. Okay. All right, 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. And then the broth. It says that we need 1/2 cup of low sodium chicken broth or water. So we've got some chicken broth here. We're going to get the liquid measuring cup. And it's 1/2 cup. That's a bit too much, so we're gonna pour it out. 1/2 cup. And what else does it say here? And 2.5 cups of 2% milk. Sorry, that's 1.5 cups. So there we go. 1.5. Perfect. Okay. All right. That looks pretty good. Now it says that we combine it all together. We did that. Okay, now we add in the chicken, the cooked vegetables, and the sausage. So we add in our chicken. And our cooked vegetables and sausage. This is hot, so you're going to want to make sure there's nothing in there beside it. We'll get a new spoon to put that away. All right, so this is what it looks like so far. Now we want to cover it with some tin foil. And we're going to put it in the oven. Make sure you wear oven mitts. Goes in the hamper. All right, now that we've done all of that, we let it cook for, it says 25 to 30 minutes, then let stand for 5 minutes and enjoy. So we're all done. We've added all of our ingredients. We're going to, whenever it comes out, we're gonna add some salt and some pepper. It says here kosher salt and ground black pepper. So we'll wait until that comes out, and then I also have some onion tops to top it off. So we'll clean up for now. And anything that wasn't used in the in the casserole has to be stored and labeled. So the rest of that corn and the rest of those tomatoes should be stored in a container with the label and the date. And yeah, just make sure that you clean up as you go.